The views expressed by our guests in the following video are solely the opinions of our guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and or opinions of the Ola 7 podcast show. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the Sportlight with Yvonne Mangunda. As usual, we bring you a big sporting personality to talk about their journey, where they've been, where they are, and where they see themselves. And in sport, we have different stakeholders. On the show, we like to bring you from journalists to players to coaches, administrators, and we've brought you fans as well. And today, I thought, why not bring a cricket fan? Because I don't know if you don't know this, you must be living under the rock, because Zimbabwe are playing South Africa in 2 test matches in the city of Kings and Queens starting this Saturday. So it made sense to call the one man, one of the most popular faces if you've ever been to a cricket match, because I am talking about Luvah. Luvah, usathi vare ka Luvah. Isitena jena kona Luvah ka short guy kajidi amaye varu na Luvah voyaro kitas. You're looking good.
Thank you, Yvonne.
I think this is a sign that a lot of people don't people get surprised when they see you, because a lot of people are going sports and then they see you and you're looking all dapper. You always look dapper.
Yeah, you know what, Yvonne? When we're at cricket and when you're in Rome, do what the Romans do. So we're at cricket, we're actually having fun there. So tinenge cheetahs ikoko. Now when it's during midweek, and we are professional people.
I'm just like, because for me, the vision of like, it can't be a cricket match, especially if you go to a sports club and there's no castle corner. Like that, a lot of people who come, they come for that vibe. That vibe ya kuti nengeshika cricket. But vibe yoyo, zvakangobvira zvakadaro here.
It has taken us quite a long time to make sure that we have that kind of vibe. I'm sure we have been through the journey together, Yvonne, when you were coming as a journalist before you even worked for ZC. You understand fans didn't know much about the game, and so we started as a few guys that just banded together and say, guys, let's we love the sport, let's make sure that we grow it and make sure we make enough noise so that fans can come and join. So Takatanga Lolo teach building, and with the help of journalists like you opened the space and told a good story about cricket and about the fans. So most people had this idea that cricket is an elitist sport. So we tried to demystify that. We brought the ngomas, the hoshos, and tried to make it an everybody's sport. It's not elitist, it's for everyone. So we started taking videos of ourselves singing songs, and dancing, having a fun day, and people started coming. So it has taken us quite a long time, since 2012, and now we've grown to be a big family.
What do you say to people who say, like a lot of people when they see the vibe at Castle Corner, when this perception, especially during the time when Zimbabwean football was banned internationally by ZIFA, people would have this thing, what do you say about that?
No, it's not Van Bora, because when you look at it, soccer's back. We're still filling up the stadiums. People just, most of the people, because the team was not performing well. Remember, Zimbabwe went through a dry spell, and at one point we were actually banned because of politics that had happened. So the fans there were not quite receptive about the game. But when unfortunately enough, we hosted World Cup qualifiers, and the interest grew. And with our videos as well as fans too, showing people, you know what, cricket is a fun sport. Even when they started trickling in back. I believe we have quite millions of citizens in Zimbabwe. Soccer definitely is the number one sport. You can't fight that. But cricket has got a large portion of fans. And now we are actually recruiting more fans. We started as a small group, but the Castle Corner is now a big family. And it's not only about the Castle Corner, the Big Bay, the Grass Bank, the Centurion. People are trickling in because the vibe is correct. One thing I like about Zimbabweans, they love to have fun. Chill sports.
They love to have fun. But Luvah, panozomwe mama song. Totini nyatimbotaura nyaya iyoyo.
Okay, definitely. We sing songs of adult nature. It's let me. I don't know how to put it.
It's a Zimbabwean culture, huh? Can we say that? Because
it's a culture. It's a Zimbabwean culture. It's part and parcel of us. Ukaenda kujiti. There's songs like that. And even Baba Harare vasati vatendeuka. He had songs of animal connotations like that. So it's mass sporting songs. But how do we try to counter that? We have made sure that our bay, the Castle Corner, the ultras, right? We are the ultras. We believe we are the vociferous voice. The ultras, those that are diehards. We've tried to counter that by making it a no under 18 bay, so that at least, we safeguard the young ones. But for an 18-year-old, imagine if you're an 18-year-old, you are an adult. The majority age for Zimbabwe is 18.
Yes.
If you're 18, it means you can vote. You can get married, you can drink alcohol. So I think you can make a choice to say, I want to associate with this. So when it comes to adult themed songs, it's a choice that fans make. So, yeah.
But one thing I've noticed, right? Kune vanhu vanoona on social media Castle Corner vibe and they want to come to the Castle Corner. Akungouyiwa zvedzunguka uko. Kune mtemo, timbotiudzai mtemo. Like if I'm watching and I want to come to the Castle Corner, or if now we're going to Bulawayo and ndikuona kuti apa ndopane Zimbabwe Cricket Supporters Union members, what are some of the do's and the don'ts?
Okay, like I said before, when you're in Rome, you do what the Romans do. When I visit Kubora, unosvikawo Kubora kune veko, kune zvavanoita. So when with Castle Corner, we have our rules as well. For example, one of our critical and most important rules is no one invades the pitch. That's a rule that we tell people, we address the people when they get there. Here at Castle Corner, we are the custodians, the fans, right? So we believe cricket is a gentleman's sport. No matter what, no to pitch invasion. Then number two, because we have got a lot of professionals at Castle Corner. I myself am a professional. We've got lawyers there. We've got business people. We've got politicians. We're a big house that accommodates everyone. So we say no to video taking, right? Only accredited journalists take videos. Why do we do that? Because accredited journalists know what to send out there. They know how to censor the adult themed songs. So they will send out the proper content. So those are some of the rules that we have, but it's an open space. You can just come join us. If you want to be a member, you pay membership fees. We've got structures. We've got the chairman. Unfortunately, you couldn't be here with me. We've got a leadership structure that is there. So if you want to be an official member where you enjoy the benefits of being a member, you then pay the membership fee and you are told the rules and everything that are applicable to one being a member.
But have you never encountered people who come to the ground and mnanongofila kuti
Definitely, we have people like that in society. But now and again, we educate them and we work hand in hand with the authorities as well. Because the authorities, we are a recognized union. So the authorities, if we've got someone who's troublesome, we work well with the ZC Marshal. We work well with the ZRP as well. The police that come to cricket, they understand that these are the ultras, these are the fans, so they work well with us. So we liaise and they help us to deal with those that are troublesome.
And talking about, like issue here Zimbabwe Cricket, we've got an upcoming game that's coming, and it's South Africa. Be honest to me. What are your expectations? Do you think we're going to fight? We're talking about the recently crowned World Test champions.
Every time when we come up against the best, one thing I like about our boys, they put in the fight. Remember when we beat Indians last year? They were the recently crowned T20 champions, and we managed to beat them one game. So I like one thing about our boys, they rise to the occasion. Definitely, it's not going to be an easy an easy task for us. But I believe we've got a young team that has got the hunger. But one thing we are happy about is that we are playing South Africa. These are our neighbors. We last played them in 2017 in a test. So we are happy. And it's a Limpopo derby. You know, the beef that is there from X, Twitter, you know, and we've got a lot of, banter, the banter that is there between us and South Africa. It's been a long time coming, and we are happy that we have this tour. So as fans, we're happy that we are playing our brothers, the Limpopo derby, but we are not expecting much because we understand the gulf and talent. These are recently world champions. Unfortunately, Rabada is not coming, and the captain, Themba Bavuma, he's a fan favorite here. You know, it's always nice. It's always nice when a black captain wins.
Yes.
You know, we love Themba here in Zimbabwe. The fans were happy. The fans here in Zimbabwe were happy that Rabada finally broke the dark of South Africa being perennial bridesmaids. They'd never won an international trophy. So we were looking forward to playing against Bavuma, but unfortunately he's here. But they've sent an equally strong team. So we believe we can fight. Do you know? Remember, we've got Sean Williams. He debuted against South Africa in 2005, and he got out by a run out. And I'm sure now he's well experienced, calm, and composed. Definitely you will do wonders. So we have got that belief that we might sneak in one.
And expected you're obviously going to be there?
Yeah, definitely. We are traveling.
And what's with what's with the dress code? Like, you guys always come up with these crazy ideas or very exciting ideas. I don't know how you would term it. Depends. Are you an outro or you're not an outro? Like, for example, it was the time you guys wore those my work suits, right? Mm-hmm. That was actually my favorite. Then one day you wake up, I think the next day, so I'm expecting, no, you're not going to tell me, but I'm expecting that you've got something up your sleeve in Mulai.
Definitely. You know, with the issue of dress code, we try to spice it up so that we make it memorable for cricket. Even those that are coming in for the first time, we want to make it memorable for them so that they say, damn, we should join these guys. Because we're trying to create a culture where cricket is not only a sport, but a lifestyle. Remember, we are hosting the Under-19 World Cup next year and the 2027 World Cup. So we want to make sure that by then, cricket would be the number one sport.
But have you seen the impact you guys have made? Like, in terms of now wherever Zimbabwe goes to play, there's a mini castle corner that Zimbabweans in that country will try and do. Most recent, I was seeing the visuals in England and it was so beautiful. And I was seeing all these other outlets and England fans that were very surprised because, like you're saying, Test usually is very relaxed and calm, and people brought the castle corner vibe.
We're happy that we are making an impact. That's the whole idea when the movement started, was the whole idea so that people can join in the bandwagon. So when we see our influence beyond borders, like what happened in England, we are happy. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the visas. We would have loved to be there, but I'm sure next time we will travel. So yeah, it's a good thing, and we hope that the impact continues to grow until cricket is the number one sport. We understand that this is an uphill task, but we believe we can do it because the trajectory that we are taking, where we've come and where we're going, we are seeing that people are now getting interested, people are coming in their numbers. And with regards to the question that you previously asked me about Regalia, definitely there's a new Regalia for Bulawayo, the test. We have a new Regalia which we're going to launch on Sunday. Then when we play the Tri-Series against New Zealand and Test, we've got something interesting as well. We are going to launch it after the South Africa. But for now, we have South African Regalia, which is going to be a surprise. But for the Tri-Series, we are going to inform everyone about the Regalia. And let me just give you a hint. It's going to be a party.
It's going to be a party. I can't wait to wear the party. I want to come to the party. Like, I think for the longest time, you know how it is when you're now working for the association. You're now obviously the children. I can't wait. Like this will be the first games where I'm no longer working for the association. So I feel like I'm just gonna have a vibe. Not to say that I'm busy, no, but I'm just saying like when I'm my obligations and things to do. It's not like you're 24/7 just waiting to watch the games. So I'm so excited about Blue. And I've already given the hint I'll be there. I'm going to be there. But let's talk about the whole my songs. Is it something you sit down and some of these songs you compose, or a lot of them obviously are my songs are kana imbwa, kana kumarufu, kana mafaro, kana chi. Is it something that you guys plan, or is this a random Luvah just thinks we have forgot to get him?
So one thing with Kasokona, we are an organized bunch. You don't just sprout from nowhere. So an organized branch, an organized group. So we try to be orderly. So with the regards to songs, you know, our society and our culture, whenever we meet, we sing. Be it a funeral, be it a wedding, church, it's within Zimbabwe. So most of our songs, we derive them from society. But what we do now with those songs, we titivate them. We modify to suit cricket. For example, when you are talking about players, right? We have got songs specifically for players. The Raza song. If you understand, if you've been a soccer fan, it was a Murape song. You know, it's a Murape song. Then, so we said, this is a good song. And it was a Dynamo song. And we borrowed it from Dynamos. And we specifically tailor-made it for Raza. So now with Ryan Bell, with the Bennetts.
I was going to talk about that those songs.
with Zarabani. These are songs from society. Yeah. Then we titivate them, we tailor-make them to suit what the message we would want to send. So especially when we are glorifying our players who will be performing during that time, we rearrange the songs and make it about them.
But there's a connection between Kasokona and players, because, you know, like in some sports, there's and this got to go to Vangman or whatever, but you find in cricket, if you're going to, let's say Raza is fielding in front of Kasokona and you sing that song, you will see them react to the song. You see Anna Ryan Pearl after the game when they come and you guys sing, there seems to be like a really cool connection between the players and appreciating what Kasokona brings on the table.
Yes, credit to the players. Our relationship with the players, that of fish and water. So the players understood that they are the fish, we are the water. They can survive without the water. So this relationship is quite a good one. They appreciate our efforts and we appreciate their efforts as well on the field. So it did not start like that. If I'm going to be honest, there was a time before that they thought we were hard on them. But
you were like there were times that Muna misfield. Oh, I think the worst thing for a player was, imagine worse if you misfield in front of Kasokona, because I feel like you it's not being hard, but you sort of would make your feelings known. If a player was off form that time, or if a player wasn't doing well, you were not shy to vocalize it.
You know, as fans, we invest a lot in the game, right? Our emotions, our monies to support the boys. So what we ask from the boys is not to do something out of the ordinary. We just ask them to give it their best. So sometimes when you see the fans being furious about the players, it's because they understand the talent and the talent that the guys have and the effort that they are putting. So it means that the ratio between the talent and the effort is not complementing each other. So when you see them vocalizing, you know what, this guy is talented like this. They're not giving him their all. So Kasokona ya kutanga kupopota, something is amiss, is off form, or so we would be trying to push them to give their best. But I gotta be honest with you. One of the rules as well is at Kasokona, at 2 Kema players. hatituke my players. Previously, before we become an organized bunch, we used my players aimbotukwa. I'm not gonna lie about that. But we sat down and said, guys, these are our players. If we took them, we demotivate them. It doesn't do good to them. What we should do is to encourage them to do better. So now we have shifted from that. We are now encouraging our players. But there are situations where you see, you know what? This is going out of hand. You know, you can't really control my emotions, Evan. Sometimes it's spontaneous. But the relationship has improved over the past. If you ask the players themselves, they will tell you that it used to be a hostile place. But now it's welcoming. Now all the players want to come to Castle Corner because they know when they come to Castle Corner, their names are shouted, people sing about them, and they feel fueled to give in their all.
Feeling fueled to give their all, but I want to bring it back and personalize it. We want to talk about you. Luvah. I don't know what full name. Luvah. Full name.
No, my name is Malvin Luvah Kwaramba.
Malvin. Manko kuna mshida cricket. Cricket makazoezi makura.
Well, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I was not really a cricket fan. So a friend of mine introduced me to cricket when I came to UZ College 2012. So he's the one that took me to cricket. And when I got to cricket, the vibe was correct. You know, it was a small group that was at Castle Corner. And we sat at the far end. So and I said, one day I want to join these guys. So that was the first time that I came to cricket. Then the second time, that same year, ndakazoendega without my friend. Shout out to my friend Gerald Muri. You introduced me to a great spot. Now look at me. So the second time I came, I just said, let me go join these guys. Mandashika. Then they were singing. Then I started singing. Then Brian Wenjere Bidzo, our treasury general, but what's your name? What about UZ? I'm an alumni at UZ. Join us, Chichi. And then the president, he stepped down, Andrew Muderede, and the chairman Barnes, they welcomed me. Join us, you know, we love cricket. That's how I joined. And after joining Muchimba, and the energy that you bring, was then co-opted into the organization. Then I rose through the ranks up until now, where I became the organizing secretary of the union.
But how long did it take you to? I know there are a lot of people that start songs at Castle Corner, but you sometimes feel like you're I don't even call you a lead singer. Or what is it, a lead cheerleader? I don't know what the term is. There a term for it?
There's no term for it, but you know, sometimes there's that connection that you have with the fans, the authority that the fans give you. It's not that I am the lead cheerleader, but it's the fans themselves. They respond when you are in front of them. So these are the people that give you the authority. If they decide to say, no, Luvah, now it's your time is up, definitely you will see me stepping down. But for now, these are the people that said, Luvah, lead us, because you have got this energy that correlate with the ethos and the goals of Castle Corner, which is to have fun. So it didn't take me that much, because I believe naturally I've always been someone who wanted to lead, you know, sing, chichis, sports. I remember in high school, Mubazi, so it didn't take me time. So when I got there, there were people that were singing there. But sometimes it's an inborn thing. You don't choose what you want or where you are going to be. I was not a cricket fan before. I got introduced, but here I am. Because sometimes God has got a funny way of taking you to places that you never envisaged to be. So zvaitika like that. Ndakazongoerekana ndakuita se ndakulida ndakuimba and people listening to me. So that's pretty much about it.
But for now, outside cricket, what else do you enjoy? Because Luvah, Luvah is the sort of person that even if there is a midweek game, whether it's ladies, it's men, you are there. Like, besides cricket, what else do you enjoy doing?
Well, let me start by saying this. Cricket is my number one. I live cricket. I breathe cricket. I'm an addict, you know, and the crew. We are addicts. We love cricket like that. But outside cricket, you know, I've got a family. I've got a life. I've got a wife that I love, my wife. So if I'm not doing cricket, I'm with my family. I'm with my wife, chilled, you know, and friends. So
does the wife like cricket?
Unfortunately, my wife is not a cricket person. So, but she's very supportive. She's the reason why I come to cricket, because she said, Malvin, I know you love cricket, and because I love you, go do what you love. Even when you're traveling, we are going to Bulawayo. We're going to come back on Wednesday. Visa rinotongostembo. Anakana problem. So I've got an understanding wife that
plus I
fuels
don't understand. I don't know because checking go switch a TV over not very kosher. Cricket, you're like,
yeah, I don't know not tension with the cricket, but ndakarozoona chinhu one when kana kusina cricket life yedu intonyana, you know.
No, but I think I have that struggle with people where, because we're coming from backgrounds where we grew up, football was everything. Mm-hmm. Like, I struggle with people where you tell a person, Guti, cricket is my number one. They're like, nah, impossible. Even up until now, people say, we were bored, I was playing cricket. Because I think it's because people just can't understand, because of the context and the history as well, mm-hmm, of the sport being elite, that they were actually youngsters. Mm-hmm. This sport is elite.
Yes.
Do you find that as well, where people are just thinking, cricket?
No, yeah, it's like that. You know, because like I said, people are exposed to soccer, football, and soccer, because that exposure was not there. But I remember 2003 when we hosted the World Cup, the euphoria. That's when we found people like you.
Yeah, that's when I started supporting cricket.
Supporting cricket and following and fell in love. Sometimes you don't know you love something until you're exposed to it. I was not exposed to cricket. I was exposed to other sports. But I didn't feel at home at those sports. The vibe was not that correct for me. But because we introduced Kunichinu, just like when you are dating, right? When you are dating, there's that one person that you meet and you said, I want to live the rest of my life with this person. Mm-hmm. This is what happened with cricket. So to tell Zimbabwe, there are people that live and breathe cricket. Mm-hmm. And don't say, hauswe cricket kuneme sport ya unoda. Maybe it's because you've never been there. Come to cricket, experience the atmosphere. You will fall in love with it, and you never know. It might become your number one sport. But our goal now as a union is to make sure that across all the four corners of Zimbabwe, cricket is known. We need to expose the youngsters to cricket so that they make a choice. Do I want to support cricket or soccer? You'll find out that in countries like India, cricket is the number one sport. Mm-hmm. Asian countries, it's the number one sport. We believe Zimbabwean people can become a cricketing people. So that's the goal. And because we are hosting the World Cup 2026 and 2027, no target here.
And when you look at a lot of people, they say cricket is very complicated as a sport. Is it true? Because most people will be like, I'm trying to follow, but I can't get it.
I'll tell you one thing. It's not that complicated. I myself started following cricket in 2012. Never had played cricket, never had known cricket in my life. But I now know cricket. It's all about the zeal, the time that you invest to understand the game. The person who introduced me to cricket just introduced me in a simple way. He demystified the aspect that cricket is difficult. Cricket yakangofanana newishu. Ukaona wishu kana wakatamba wishu ndo cricket. and that's the truth, majority of the people except for ama 2K from my generation takakura tichitamba wishu handi
anti wishu yakaenda private school.
Yeah, so cricket wishu yakaenda private school where munhu anokanda bhora umwe okika omanya. That's the starting point. So if you come to cricket, just think of it sewishu, woona kuti pari kutambwa wishu, then wonzwisisa the scoring aspect kuti pawishu iyi bhora rikaenda riri mudenga rarohwa nemunhu i6, rikaenda riri pasi kuboundary i4, rikaenda mufield vanhu vakamhanya vakapesana, zvavamhanya izvozvo ndokuscowa. Zvitanda zviya zvikatemwa munhu abuda, akarova bhora mudenga rikagamwa abuda, ukagumwa makumbo wakavhara zvitanda wabuda, zvatopera.
Oh my gosh,
that's simple.
Oh my gosh, you simplified it so well. Like, you simplified it so well, because to be honest, those are the basics. Everything else is just terms.
Yes.
But like when you look at in the Zimbabwean context, because now we are enlightening people about the game. People just know Zimbabwe plays cricket, and a lot of people don't understand what an elite group we're in as a test playing nation. Since you're so good at explaining, how would you explain it to a lame person, the standard and the level at which our cricket in Zimbabwe is?
Oh, okay. We are part of the creme de la creme of the cricketing fraternity. So Zimbabwe is part of the 12 test playing nations. So in essence, truti vanhu vanoziva bhora, Zimbabwe imo muna na Brazil, England, Spain in footballing terms. Saka isusu tinotorigadwa sevanhu vanotoigona. Mukatasa in Africa, let me come back home, closer to home. In Africa, there are only 2 playing test nations, which is South Africa and Zimbabwe. It shows our level. And in Europe, there is England, there is Australia, there is New Zealand, and Ireland. Those are the 4 playing test nations. The Scottish, they are not playing test playing nations. So when you look at it from that perspective, we are up there. And we might be losing against these guys. It's because they are better than us. Trim group 1. You know what? When you are... Yes, we're playing against the best. Let me give you this example. You are in the A class. Maybe you are number last in the A class. You are definitely better than someone in the D class. So, but we are not satisfied now as fans to be muswe in the A class. What we want to see Zimbabwe be is to be competitive and to be winning against the who's who of the cricketing fraternity.
It's a tough ask.
Definitely.
It's a tough ask, but it's something that is gettable. So now we look at, I want to shift a bit to the women.
Yes.
Very exciting news, because Zimbabwe now playing in part of the elite group as well in the ladies. It's something that's been a long time coming. You're a person who also keenly follows the women's game, and what does it mean for you individually, as personally as a fan, when we now see the ladies now playing with the elite?
Actually, we are happy as the fans. We've seen their journey, and thank God you're also part of the journey. You contributed to women's cricket and their visibility. We are happy as fans that we are now part of the elite groups, and we commend the authorities, the board, for actually putting in the effort and supporting the girls. But like all good stories, one thing we need to continuously do is continuously support the women. But we have how can I put it? I feel like we need to do more with the women, because maybe it's because of society our society is patriarchal in nature. We can't run away from that fact. Even if you go to politics, there's the issue of women's quota, trying to make sure that we prop up the women. This has been a historical thing that has happened where women have been left behind. But we are taking the necessary steps. I'm happy the board is taking the necessary steps to redress this and continue to support the women. But I believe the board should do more as well, continuously support and engage in their visibility, especially the media team. If I'm going to be honest and brutal, there's so much focus on the men's that at times women games are not advertised as much as the ladies. So chichambe chatrikupa, the authorities, the board, to also, in whatever they're doing, credit to them. But like I said, there's room for improvement. They should put more effort towards the women. These women have proved that they've got the mental to compete. Look at their journey, where they've come from being semi-professionals to being professionals now, and the effort they are putting. And the youngsters that are coming out, I'm going to mention Kelly's. She's won quite a number of accolades here in Zimbabwe and Southern Africa. She is an inspiration, right? So we need to make sure that we advertise, we market these games, and so that the people understand that women as well play the games. Because if I'm going to be honest, it's us who are in the know-how. Those the fanatics that know that we ladies are playing. So we need to invest in marketing, invest in media, so that we tell Zimbabwe and the world that our ladies are good enough as the men.
And talking about, you actually answered the question I was going to ask next, because I was going to ask you about, these exciting young players. I get so excited. When I think of women's cricket, I get excited when I think of names like Yvonne Kelly's, Beloved, and all these youngsters that are upcoming. Who excites you the most when it comes to men's? I want to put you on the spot, because Akuna, there is no supporter who doesn't have favorites.
Definitely we have favorites.
So besides Bell, who else?
No, it's not only Bell. I like Muzarabani. His story speaks a lot to me. It's a story of perseverance, where he came from and where he is now, to winning the most prestigious trophy in French's cricket, which is the IPL. So Muzarabani is also my favorite, together with Ponso, and I can't leave out Wesley Matevere. Paelo, that boy from Chitungiza, he's such a darling, But in their order of importance, Kuna Luvah, Ponsobi, Bell, my guy, wherever you are, work hard, make sure you're back in the team. I'm not happy when you're not playing, Go back to the drawing board, start performing.
Yeah, message for Ponso. I mean, you talk about Blessing Zarabari, and me having grown up in Highfield. I remember the times I would see him, like, Mama Stones, and he would always be wearing his cricket regalia. I remember I always used to think to myself, cricket too. We didn't really know. Even when I did an interview with him, it's the whole thing where when he was growing up, people didn't believe as much in the talent that he had. He had to work so much harder to get to where he did. So it's a story of perseverance. I won't say my favorites. When I do get interviewed one day, I'll tell you who my favorites are. But I only tell you my female favorites. Obviously, Kelly Sindlovu, top of the list.
Definitely.
Definitely. Like I like Kelly's is just. I feel like like the way you feel if it was your own child. Like I remember even the day she won Young Sportsperson of the Year at the Answers. I was feeling like this is clear, that excitement.
We have a gem there with Kellis, and she's quite grounded as well. And with the ladies, you didn't ask me about my favorite.
Your favorite
with the ladies, you didn't ask me.
Who's your favorite, ladies?
Right, with ladies now. Definitely, we all love Kellis, right? But I'm going to say Francisca Chipare. Why? She's that one person who has come to our events. You know, she has won us over as fans. Recently, we held a five-a-side tournament. Five-a-side fans, where we had ladies teams, kids teams, and the Castle Corner. We, the fans, are the ones who will be playing, you know. She came and participated. She won us over, man. I'm not going to lie. She stole our hearts. You know, we were humbled when you see a professional, coming to us, chilling with us and everything. That's when I said, you know what?
I think she's got that endearing aspect of her, because I remember there's somebody who wanted, like, they had an event and they wanted somebody to come, and like, I told her last minute, because the person was supposed to go, then didn't say they're going, and she went. You know, there's nothing as refreshing as somebody goes to an event and the people that are organized it call you to say, oh my gosh, this lady that you brought is just amazing.
Yes. So she's one of my, she is my favorite, not one of my favorite. So Francisca Chipare is my favorite female cricketer. And with the men, I'll reiterate again, Ponso Obi.
But okay, fine. Before the event, who was your favorite?
I didn't have favorites. I just treated them like equals. I like the ladies. That's why I follow the ladies, because I feel we need to do much for the ladies. And I thought the onus is on us, the fans, to show that the energy that we give the men is the same energy that we give the females. So I never had that chance to interact with them. But when I started interacting with them now, that's when I said, I just instantly liked her. So when we invited her and she honored our invitation, I said, no, you know what? She endeared herself to us, to me personally. So I like her.
I think any sports person in any sport is watching this. These are the small little things that mean a lot. Like, I find, because I'm so big with social media, right? I find that, like, you post about athletes, you post about their stories, you post about their performances. They'll never like your content, but you go there and you see them with these South African journalists and international. They're all over there trying to get their attention. You're like, dude, it doesn't take away from. And I think it's an art where people like Sikandar have mastered that art, where if you tag me, I'm going to react to it. But a lot of people don't understand what it means to a fan, that simple act, how it can win a person over if they had doubts about you.
And speaking about Raza, that guy, he's a fan favorite. Trust me, he knows how to interact with the fans. With the Castle Corner, we have that connection. You know, after every match, win or lose, he comes to acknowledge the fans. So he understands the role that the fans play. He is a people's person. So if you ask any fan, cricket fan, they'll tell you Raza is their number one. And those that even don't know cricket, they'll tell you about Raza. But with me, it was a deliberate.
I love Ponso.
I love Ponso, and you can't be in competition with Raza. You guys like your Raza, I'll stick to my Ponso.
Ponso needs to come back to the national team so we can hear more Marondera songs.
and definitely we'll sing the Marondera songs, whether he plays or not. Because I'm sure if he hears the songs that even the fans are rooting for him, definitely the form will come back.
Yeah.
So one thing about Ponso is he works hard. You know, it's in sport, sometimes you go through rough patches, and it's during these rough patches that you need people to support you. You need people to believe in you. And we believe in Ponso. We believe that he will be back in the team. And come 2027, he's going to be one of the leaders. He's going to be our go-to guy. I dare say this.
Ryan Bell, no fighting right.
Ryan Bell is going to be one of our best players when we watch the World Cup.
And in the last couple of years, we've seen an increase in the number of games Zimbabwe are playing. I mean, if you look even this year, there's a lot of games that are coming, and it's no longer just, not taking anything away from some of these games. Muklasi amataura first class to my lightweight my heavyweight, and we're starting to see games coming. How excited are you about the upcoming games, as well as even now when we talk about the next couple of weeks? It'll be South Africa, it'll be New Zealand, all in Zim at the same time.
Right. You know what, credit goes to the administration point of note, we are not yet there. But give credit where it's due. They've worked hard to get us where we are now, where we are playing against the who's who of cricket, right? We're now back at the top echelon, where South Africa is coming, New Zealand is coming, and we have got the World Cup qualifiers. We're not happy to be playing in the qualifiers. We're supposed to qualify directly. But I believe that Rome was not built within a day, and a journey of 1,000 miles begin with one step. We are making those steps, and we are going to be playing against Afghanistan. We're going to be playing against Bangladesh, and we've got the T10 tournament. And all these are a testament of the work behind the scenes. So credit goes to them, and we are going to urge them to continue working hard. As the fans, we're excited. You know, when you play against the best, it's a reality check to know what you are doing and where you are as a team. So we're looking forward to playing South Africa. We're looking forward to the Tri-Cities. We're looking forward to be playing against the Dave Conways, you know, the Ravindra, all those guys, the guys from the Black Caps. So we are excited as the fans. You know, we also get to meet the people that we see on TV. You know, seeing them at Castle Corner, shouting their name, teasing them.
And when we talk about, yes, you've given, you obviously highlighted the fact that there's work being done. But as a fan, when you look at the state of our domestic game, are we where we're supposed to be when we talk about your domestic, your franchises, all that?
Well, we are still lacking when it comes to the domestic. Our domestic is not yet strong. It's not yet vibrant. That's why sometimes you find out that the people that perform domestically, when it comes to international, they fall short. So I believe the onus is on the board and those who are in charge to strengthen the domestic, the franchise. It needs to be strengthened, and grassroots, we need to invest in grassroots cricket. We need to have the next Raza. We need to have the next Craig Evan. We need to have the next hit streak. But how do you get those? By investing in grassroots. Take cricket to the ghettos. Take cricket, Kumusha. You find the talent. So I believe, in as much they've done the good work, there's still lots of work that needs to be done in terms of grassroots cricket. They need to invest in grassroots cricket, schools cricket. For example, we were appalled when we heard that schools like Churchill, schools like PE do not have the necessary equipment to play cricket. Some of them even lack the basics. You know, these are areas where ZC now needs to invest. Because if you are to go back, the Hamilton Masakazas, the Regis Chakavas, they all came through these schools, you know, through the scholarship programs that ZC had invested in. We need to revisit that. If it is there, we need to give more scholarships and invest in these schools, because this is where we get the next big thing. So let's invest in our grassroots. This is a must. There is no way you are going to sustain cricket if your grassroots is dead. And franchise, we need to invest also, strengthen it, bring foreigners. Yeah, they've taken that route. We have the Alex Russell, who had a number of wickets, if not the best bowler. Franchise is English. We've seen other English players coming to Zimbabwe. Ryan Higgins came back. You know, Asians, the Miras came to the Pakistan, were in our leagues. We need to bring more foreigners so that they test our players. And also we need to give youngsters, you know, it's high time. There are people that are there in the domestic that I believe should now pave way to the youngsters, so that these youngsters, I'm going to play a favorite card here. You know, we had a player like Ola. He performed well under 25.
The vocal one.
Yeah, the vocal one. He's a favorite, you know. He played well with the under-25s with Gladiators, but could not get the chance at franchise because, one, maybe the limited number of franchises that we have and the spaces. So we believe, though we are stunting the growth of other players. We need to create more franchises, strengthen those franchises, give youngsters a chance to shine, so that at least we create a sustainable, renewal within the cricket. So that if you look at it, our best players, 37, 38, 39 years old. We need to be planning towards the future. Otherwise, vachatamba cricket vari muuche. Tichivapusha so vachitamba because tinenge tisina kunyatsogadzirira succession plan. So chitsvambe chatiri kusira vanotungamirira cricket kuti vatibatsirewo zvinhu zvifambe zvakanaka.
And how does one join Zimbabwe Cricket Supporters Union?
When it comes to joining, I'm responsible for membership. So you just hit me up. Tell me, I want to join Zimbabwe Cricket Supporters Union. We have got groups, WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, and channels that we have. So once you hit me up, we give you our links, you join. You are part of the family. If you want to be an official member now, that's when you have membership, where you enjoy benefits that come with being a member. But joining, you can kungoyozogara pa Kasokona is enough, so long you are 18 years and above. Then could join a group free. We am join a but I'm not feel like when I travel, ndoda travel only vano ava. Vakapfekawo zvakati ndoda kupfekawo. Ndo panozoitawo mari dzinoita se dzinobviswa. Idzo dzinobatwawo nematreasure nechichi. Ini kwangu I'm responsible for recruitment nemorari. Isu tiswe morari chete kuti weaitite se tite morari. Saka vanhu vanondibata inini.
Vanobata ipai.
I'm not going to give out my number because it's a personal number. But you can hit me up on Facebook, Malvin Luvah Kwaramba, X, Malvin Luvah Kwaramba. You can hit me up there. Then phone number is a bit tricky. But
they'll hit you up on the socials.
On the socials.
Look for him, Malvin Luvah Kwaramba. Mom check of my socials, and also they should also follow Ghana Zimbabwe Supporters Union, because also there you get more information on what exactly is happening.
So on X, that's our most prominent social handle. On X, formerly Twitter, Zimbabwe Cricket Supporters Union @Kasokona. Just DM there, then you'll be given the links to our WhatsApp groups.
So what's the message to the people watching in BYO?
Right, in Bulawayo. The people in Bulawayo. We are coming. Zimbabwe Cricket Supporters Union will be in Bulawayo from the 6th of July up until the 10th of July. You know the vibe is correct in Bulawayo. When it comes to the vibe, you know, the city of kings and queens. So we're saying, guys, come in your numbers, let's come have fun. You know, it's fun. Kufara chete, nothing deep. So we are saying, come join us, come support the boys. This is going to be an Cain versus Abel situation where brothers are going to be fighting. South Africa versus Zimbabwe, the battle of Limpopo. Let's come in our numbers. Let's show South Africans what passion is this side of Limpopo. Let's drown their vuvuzelas with our songs and our ngomas. Let's make Queens a fortress. I understand. I know. I've been there. We've done it before. Let's do it again. Bulawayo. Ayeye. Amandla.
I don't know where you're going to be, but I know this weekend, Luvah and myself will be at Queen's Sports Club. We'll be having fun, so much fun, and hoping that you will also come over if you're in the vicinity of Bulawayo. And also, guys, we need to also start learning and teaching each other about sports tourism and all that. Plan in time. Some of these fixtures come out on time so that you can also be able to travel. You know, like Luvah, you guys make the sacrifice, because a lot of people might think everything is on you, right?
Definitely. It's these monies that we pull together. You know, when you've got a vision, fans, right? We pull resources together and Fambira. So transport, we just pull our resources, accommodation and everything. But we've got partnerships. So we are trying to get the corporate to join us so that they subsidize us. So we've got companies that fuel us. We've got Winco brands. They are the ones that dress us. They sometimes dress us. Then we've got Throtto Express. We have got V-Track. We have got Glen Removals. These are companies that chip in. Kuti apa chimbobatsirikana ine zvakati, apa imbobatsirikana ine zvakati. But majority of the things we do on our own.
So what you expect?
So whenever pakaitawo something, we share. Then with ZC, we have a partnership with regards to tickets. Sometimes we get subsidized tickets. These are some of the perks that comes with being a member. You get subsidized tickets, which we are still negotiating with ZC, so that at least munhu anoti ndoda kuva member, so that they get to enjoy these benefits. But it's also a call to the corporate world. Corporate world, atisikuda cash. We don't want your cash. Please come with kind, because pakaita mari zvinonetsa and mona pandamtauro corporate world ngoyayo and mona corporate world should just come and say, you know what, isusu tichakuonerewo traveling and mona vanogona kuita accommodation, vanongoitawo something. We don't want cash, ingoita kind contributions. But above all, we are resourceful people. Not that we've got money, but what we love, we sponsor. Mukatarisawo vanoitawo zvechechi stiriki, unovaona vachienda kumaretreat chichi zvidhakwa zvinotengawo doro razvo. Vebhora mukatarisa ana Dimbare, Harare chapter, Bulawayo chapter, Boso, ukatarisa Boso fans, they travel. Sport kana uchida unotobuda mari. So that's us. We sponsor our own habits. This is a habit. This is what we love. We sponsor it. So when you join us, be prepared to sponsor your habit.
Don't come expecting. If something does pop up, well, it's an advantage. But so Luvah, usually on the show, before I go, I always like to give my guests an opportunity to say whatever it is that's on their mind, because when there's something burning, this is the time before we close it off.
You know what? You've actually asked me everything about the sport. Not everything, but what I could think of, tataura, atina edu zvakawanda. I see maybe as parting shots. It's just to tell people the fixtures that we have this year. Mm-hmm. So we have Bulawayo starting on the 6th up until the 10th of July. Then we have from the 15th of July, Tri-Series between New Zealand, South Africa and Zimbabwe. Then after that, we have World Cup qualifiers T20 in September. Then from there, I'm not sure about the fixtures off yet, but these are the immediate fixtures where we are saying, please take down the dates, jot down the dates till we are cricket.
Second test, because you keep saying 6 to 10. Mm-hmm. 6 to 10 is actually the second test. The first test is starting on Saturday,
yes,
the 28th, up until the 2nd. Then the second test is 6 to 10.
Sorry, it's actually 28th to the 10th.
Yes, because
so
there are two
point
tests.
Of correction is 2 tests. 28th, the one starting this Saturday, up until the 10th. Saka imenotanga 28th, yopera Wednesday, muswa 3. Muswa 2. Yes. Then the other one, yotanga muswa 6 kusvika muswa 10. So I just bunched the dates. Then tobva tazoya ku Tri-Series inenge iri kuHarare.
Yes.
Tri-Series will be in Harare. T20. Test is in Bulawayo. Then tobva tazoti after Tri-Series there is New Zealand in Bulawayo again.
And before you go, you have to answer this because you're a fan who keenly follows the game and you understand the game. A lot of people ask this question: hey, why Queens? Why are we only getting test matches at Queens? Why do we prefer test matches at Queens?
From a fan perspective, one, I'll tell you, I'm based here in Harare. We're actually jealous of the people. They get to watch the most prestigious format,
the purest form of the game. The
purest form of the game, which is test. So we're actually jealous. So if from a cricketing perspective, those in Bulawayo are benefiting more than those in Harare because they're getting the purest form. Where chinonzi cricket chacho ndo chiri kutambwa kuBulawayo. But from my own understanding, I don't please, this is not authoritatively, but from my own understanding is one, because we'll be hosting ma pace friendly vanogo na pace sterek. Bulawayo is a spin friendly. So we would want to take advantage of the conditions. The conditions in Bulawayo suit us better, and they are conducive for our team. If we bring these teams to Harare
for test,
then that advantage, that home advantage.
Yes.
So I believe that's the logic. Then the T20 is coming to Harare. It's a matter of balancing. We are trying to decentralize. I believe they're trying to decentralize the game.
Yes.
That's why they are building another ground in Vic Falls,
yeah.
And another one in Kwekwe and Gweru, and another one in Mutare. It's about decentralization. You can't just be hosting games in Harare or games in Bulawayo. So this is a matter of decentralizing the game. Bulawayo you get tests, Harare get T20s. So the issue of saying T20, my test, it's neither here nor there.
And I also think if you're a keen cricket, I know kuti vanhu vane different preferences, and some people like the boom T20. But I feel like, especially for the older generations, when test was the prime, it was there before we started having my T10, my T20. I just feel like watching a test match is for me, it's it does not even compete with what
both of us, both of us.
Test is just test. It's prestigious. It's pure. It's the purest form of the game.
It's orgasmic. It's orgasmic.
That's the word.
It's orgasmic. Did you see what happened in England?
Yes.
When we played England, in the home of cricket, where cricket was bad. The number of people that came, the fun that these guys were having, and recently the final that Australia and
South Africa,
it's the topsy-turvy turns that happens during those matches. This session, Iruina, the other session. So if you understand cricket and invest in cricket, definitely you will enjoy test.
The test of endurance.
and the longer, the better.
Yes. Luvah, no under 18.
No, it's pure.
It's pure and it's exciting, and it'll be happening in the city of Kings and Queens, and I'm so glad. Thank you very much, Luvah, for being on the show. Obviously, but I know sometimes life happens, and we'll definitely be together in Bulawayo supporting Bulawayo Sazuntuka Kontutu, city of Kings and Queens.
What did they? Bulawayo. These guys are welcoming. You know what?
You were saying Bulawayo.
Nah. You know what? We actually enjoy being in Bulawayo. That's the best place to be. The people
wider roads.
Wider roads.
No vendors all over the place Harare. Cleaner.
No shika.
I always look forward to going to. Is it just me? I always look forward to going to Bulawayo. I feel like the air is different. I feel like the vibe is different. I just
and don't forget the clubbing. The clubbing. and it's not called City of Kings and Queens for nothing. It's beautiful people all over. Saka, I tell you one thing, Bulawayo is the place to be.
It's the place to be, and we'll definitely be there this weekend. Like Luvah said, the first test starting on the 26th, on the 28th to the 2nd, and then from the 6th to the 10th is the second test. Then action comes to Harare. After action comes to Harare, it's also Dzokera Futi ku Bulawayo. So it's going to be a lot of cricket matches coming up in July. We've got South Africa and Zimbabwe already here, but New Zealand over our team. So thank you very much for being on the show, and thank you very much for bringing the vibe. Like Luvah guys, I have to thank you. Luvah, when I started my conversations with Yvonne, I asked him to be my guest. He came. Then I went and I worked at a TV station here. I called him again on the show, Behind the Stumps. Now I'm on the Spotlight with Yvonne Mangunda is here. So thank you very much for always heeding to my invite, to my call, always being a vibe. It's all exciting.
You're welcome, Yvonne, and thank you for bringing me here to speak about the game that we all love. You know, it's an opportunity that you give us, the fans, to talk to other fans out there and demystify myths around the game. So thank you for giving us this opportunity, and I hope we will also get more of these opportunity so that our voices as fans are added and they taken heed of, because mukatipa ma platform akadai so vanhu vanoziva kuti there is cricket. Cricket is not elitist, it's for all body, and ku cricket tinouya kuzofara. Saka these platforms, don't take it for granted. I wish you well, and thank you for being such a nice person who gives fans. I remember you gave us a voice that once put you in trouble. Back then, we're not going to talk about the issue.
We're not going to talk about it, guys, but briefly before we go, we're not going to go deep into it. They spoke about all these good things that Castle Corner did. Once upon a time, I'm gonna post a throwback photo.
Yes.
Once upon a time, Castle Corner decided, today, we're not castle corning. We're not sitting on the castle corner. We're just going to leave placards. The rest is history. Like you said, a lot happened after that.
Yes. So, but we believe you gave us the platform to amplify our voice. You know, you stuck to your journalistic duty. So we thank you for that. And you've been one person who has given us a voice. Continue doing that, giving fans a voice and a platform to speak about issues of sport and how they can contribute to sport. Not only cricket, but across all sports. Continue and keep at it.
Thank you very much, Luvah, for giving me the flowers while I'm still alive. When I'm in my coffee, now I hear Luvah saying, oh, you've wanted to give us a platform. So thank you for giving me the flowers while I'm still alive. And thank you for also giving me the flowers by being a part of the show, by watching the show every week as we bring you a big sporting personality. Next week, we've got another big guest because we'll have a son of a legend who is trying to carve his own destiny. We're talking about Junior Bunjira. Will be on the Spotlight with Yvonne Mangunda next week. Until then, goodbye. Take care of your family.